What's going on, guys? It's Eric again, back with another video. Today is May 21st of 2023, and as I'm kind of looking out my window here with a cup of coffee in my hand, and I don't know if anyone kind of likes the Big Daddy coffee cup here, but as I'm kind of looking out the window having a cup of coffee, and I was outside here just for a little bit, nice sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, gonna get some yard work done today. This weekend has been beautiful. If you live up here in central lower Michigan or any part of Michigan, it's been a pretty good weekend. I will give it that. But enough about the weather report. Let's get to the Detroit Lions season schedule here. Now, I know this has been out here for a little while, and on me getting right back into the YouTube game, I haven't put out a video here about the Lions and their season schedule just yet. So I figured what better time than now than to kind of get up, have a cup of coffee, and kind of go through the schedule here. As you can see, I got ESPN's schedule up here for the Detroit Lions. We're going to go through up till week 9, which is the bye week. Week 10 is kind of getting in there, but we're going to kind of go up here and we'll just start with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think everyone knows why that game got picked. I was pretty hyped when I heard that against Kansas City at Kansas City. Thursday night game on NBC. I'm surprised they have the ticket prices up here. Seems a little odd to have ticket prices up here, but maybe not. Maybe that's the way of ESPN's way of trying to generate revenue for themselves and generate revenue for somebody else. But enough of that. 8:20 kickoff time against Kansas City. I kind of want to see how this whole Detroit Lions team comes together. Last season, the last 10 games, they were 8-2. They kind of seemed to come on strong, and I think that's part of the reason why you see them in this game. I know they have a revamped secondary with the last couple of videos that I had. You can go ahead and see. The names escape me right now because I've just woke up and I've only had my first cup of coffee here. But I kind of want to see how that revamped secondary does. And the running backs, see how the running backs do with the Detroit Lions of Montgomery and Gibbs, to kind of see how those two guys kind of flourish in here. Maybe we even get to see the backup quarterback of Hendon Hooker, kind of see how he translates maybe into this game. Maybe he gets a couple of snaps in here, but it's a tall order for Detroit here on the first game against the Super Bowl champions here. I kind of look at it as a loss. They may be able to squeak it out. I know Dan kind of motivates his guys when he's a good motivator for the team. They may sneak out with a win. I don't necessarily know. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that. I just think that Kansas City probably will end up winning this game. I think they have too much firepower, and Detroit kind of gets a taste of what it means to be a Super Bowl contending team, kind of where they get up to that. I do think it'll be close. I do think it'll be competitive. I don't think it'll be a blowout. Only because, like I said before, I think Dan's a great motivator. He motivates that team to do great things with this team, as we've seen with the last 10 games here. But anyway, I'm going to put that down as a loss. So right now we are 0-1 at this point. Then we go into Seattle. I think the Lions get out a win here. Got a couple of notes here. I think the secondary comes out and it shines on here. You have the home crowd. It's a home game as well. And the last game with the shootout was a 48-45 loss for Detroit. I think they kind of want a little bit of, maybe a little bit of a kind of a revenge game here. Like I said, it's at home, 1 p.m. on Fox. I think they'll be motivated. Especially, they're going to be on sky high if they come out with a win in Kansas City. They'll be kind of maybe have a little bit of a swagger here. But I like that as a win for them. I think they come out, they kind of show Seattle who's boss, kind of sort of thing like that. And they just come out with a win here. So we're kind of 1-1 here. Now we come into Atlanta. I think Atlanta here is a trap game for Detroit. You have Bijan Robinson, kind of see how he does there, along with Pitts down there in Atlanta. This one could be a trap game for Detroit, I will admit, but I think they eke out a win here. There could be firepower here too with Bijan Robinson. They kind of Atlanta kind of coming up and getting revamped here. They were only 7-10 last year. Remember, guys, you got to remember that here too going into the season. As was the Seahawks at 9-8 too. So you got to kind of keep those things in mind when you're doing a prediction videos here. But I like another win here for Detroit, so they're going to be 2-1 coming into Green Bay, and they're at Green Bay. I just think Jordan Love isn't the guy here in Green Bay, and with no Rodgers there, they're going to kind of be searching here. I think this very well could be a blowout here for them because they haven't been like this in quite some time. being in Green Bay here. I like that as a win here. So now we're 3-1 in the first quarter of the season. I think Detroit probably right now is flying pretty high. They're coming into Carolina. They may have a little bit of a swagger to the team here. At least I'm hoping they have a swagger to the team. And I'm going off of no injuries here either, guys. Or we're maybe a little bit banged up, but we're like, hey, we're doing a pretty good job of sustaining wins and keeping the opponents at bay here. Carolina, I think this is another game to where it's a revenge game for these guys. Certainly, they're not gonna be how it was last season, where they just kind of got ran all over. Where Carolina had record rushing and total yards. They're going to come out and be like, no, that's not the Detroit Lions you guys seen in the last 10 games of the last season. They're going to come out. I think they're going to whoop Carolina. They're just going to have their way with them, only because last season it's like, hey, we're not the Detroit Lions. So now we're 4-1 right now, and we're coming into the Bucks. This one could also be a trap game. This one I kind of put down as a loss because I think this is a game where they should win, but they're not going to win. I think this one's going to be a loss here. Tampa Bay, I don't think is really as bad as what people think they are, with Tom Brady not being there anymore. And that's pretty much it here, guys. I think Tampa Bay is one of the, I don't want to say they're going to be a sleeper team in the NFC, but they could upset some teams that really probably should come in the win, and they're going to give them a loss. And I think Detroit's one of those teams that come in here. So we're at 4-2 coming into the Ravens. I think this is another loss with, sorry, there's a bug here. I think there's, you got Lamar Jackson coming back, and plus you got Odell Beckham over there too. Baltimore's always been a tough game for the Lions here. I think this is just another loss for these guys, especially being at Baltimore. So they got a 2-game road stint they got to be on here. And then coming up here to Las Vegas. This is at home. It's on ESPN, the Monday night game. I think this will be pretty hyped for Detroit, especially coming in at 4 they're going to be 4-3 at this time. We don't know what Las Vegas's record looks like or their schedule. So the couple of things I got in here, it's a Monday night game. It's home. And the Raiders have quite a bit of travel, actually. I got as one of the notes here. I think they're like on a 4-game road trip at that point. And they go to, I think it's 4 games. I very well could be wrong. I got it jotted down here. They go to Chicago the last week, and then they come back. And then again, they have to come to Detroit kind of 2 weeks in a row here. So a lot of travel time, getting prepared and all that sort of stuff. I think it may kind of wear on Las Vegas here. So I have them coming out here with a win at 5-3. Excuse me. Then we have the bye week where the Lions can kind of recover, kind of lick their wounds maybe here just a little bit, get healthy. And then they come in here to the last half of the season. They have to go out to L.A. and play the Los Angeles Chargers. A 4:05 game. Now, the Lions are going to be coming in here at 5-3 here. And a couple of notes I got in here, the Chargers had the brutal 4-game schedule, not the Raiders. I know they have to go to Chicago and then they have to come play us, but the Chargers have a brutal 4-game stretch here where they're away. And that's going to kind of wear on them. The Lions coming here off the bye week. They're rested. I think they come out here with a win against the Chargers here. So now we're kind of coming up here at 6-3. Lions go on a little bit of a winning streak here too against Chicago. I don't think Chicago's all that. I think they've got a couple of good pieces over there. We took away Montgomery over there, so that's probably going to hurt the team a little bit. The defense for the Bears has always been one of their strong points. I still think the Lions are just too much of a match to go in there, especially at home. And then you have the Green Bay Packers again, which I think coming into Detroit, it's going to be the same thing as it was last time. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to be reeling here just a little bit with no Rodgers. I just think Love is not the person there. They're going to be real, and it's going to be another win. So now we're at 8-3 right now. Lions are going pretty good here. Lions are flying high, probably have a lot of swagger. They're probably up towards the top of the NFC. Then you come into the New Orleans, at New Orleans. New Orleans, guys, seems to always play tough football. Sean Payton is there no, he's not. He's in Denver. I was thinking Sean Payton's in New Orleans, but he's not. They have quarterback Carr there. They always have a physical O-line. I think I got the Lions pinned as a loss here. I don't think Detroit comes out very well. It could be one of the games where they kind of fall flat here. I hope not. I hope it being 8-3 coming into this game, I think they got a little bit of a swagger. They think they could probably come in and push New Orleans around here just a little bit, but I don't see that, especially at New Orleans. And we all know New Orleans plays pretty good football. Carr maybe might go off here too, guys. I just don't know here. So I got the Lions here at 8-4. And then they come back to the Bears again. Justin Fields, as good as a quarterback as he is, and I think he brings a good flavor to the Bears. I just don't think it's. I just don't see the Bears being contending for the NFC North here. They may be going for second place, but I don't see them being any real threat to the Lions here. So I have them at 9-4, and then coming into and then Denver coming here, seeing Peyton. There we go. Their third straight road. It's Denver's third straight road game. They could very well be kind of gassed here just a little bit. Russell Wilson. I don't know how he's going to look with Sean Payton as the head coach here. I don't know if he's going to be reeling or if he's going to get re-energized and come back into the season for Denver. I have them pinned here. Denver as a loss here, so Detroit's going to be 10-4 coming into this season for the last 3 games of the season here, and I got them on on a 2-game losing streak here for the last 2 at Minnesota and at Dallas. Tough games here, guys. Minnesota, there was a close game there. I thought when I was when the Lions were at Minnesota, when I was out in Seattle, waiting to go on a cruise, on a Alaskan cruise, I watched that game. I thought Detroit kind of that was a missed opportunity for Detroit out there in Minnesota. It's going to be cold out there. They're going to have to. This is going to be their first game where it's going to be cold here. The Lions better be prepared here, guys, because Minnesota, I think, is the team that can really only compete with the Detroit Lions in the NFC North. I have them pinned as a loss here, but a win at the last game of the season for them. And I kind of wanted to come to the Dallas game here. It's a Saturday, December 30th. It's going to be on ESPN and on ABC, which I kind of like. I wish more of the games were on ABC for Monday Night Football, and that very well may be the case to try to. I don't want to contaminate this video. I may make another video on that. But the Dallas game, to me, the Lions and the Dallas Cowboys have always seemed to have some kind of rivalry there. Either Dallas kind of plays to our level, or Detroit knows that Dallas is a good team and they're going to compete and punch them in the mouth, kind of things like that. I think this is going to be another game to where Detroit is coming in here at 10-5. They're riding high. They're going to come in here, and Dallas is going to be competing for a playoff spot here too, if not the NFC East division championship here. They're going to be coming in here, and it's going to be a fight. I already can tell you guys it's going to be a fight because we always play Dallas great. I have them here pinned as a loss at 10-6. So coming with the win in Minnesota, 10-7. I don't know if it's going to be good enough for NFC North. A couple people think so. Right around here, having 10-11 wins here. Being with Green Bay and Chicago being your 2 teams that probably aren't going to compete. I think they have some ways to go here yet, especially Green Bay with losing Aaron Rodgers. I kind of just see, I just see the Lions maybe not winning the North. I will admit, I'm just trying to be real. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer or anything like that. I see Detroit is they'll be competing for. I'm pretty sure they're going to win a playoff spot. They'll probably get a wild card. And I don't know who they would probably play in that wild card game, but I just see Detroit possibly winning the NFC North. I don't think that's going to happen, at least this year. Some people think so. I think Minnesota is going to be the team to compete. I know Minnesota is kind of sliding. They're aging a little bit, but for me, I just don't see it. I think Minnesota probably comes out as the NFC North champion here, and Detroit is right on their heels. I mean, I'm talking 10-7. They're going to be right on their heels here, guys. That's just my opinion. Now, if a couple of other things, I'm kind of basing it off of Jared Goff and the team being healthy for a good stretch of the season here. If Goff goes down with some kind of injury, I think you're pretty much you could be a 5-6 win team here, guys. Especially if the running back core kind of gets banged up here a little bit and doesn't seem to want to stay healthy or anything like that. You very well could see a 5-6 win team and kind of everyone kind of going, well, I thought the Detroit Lions are going to be NFC North contenders. Well, obviously, if you have injuries like that to a couple of key players, your season's kind of down the tank here pretty quick. But I think the Detroit Lions are kind of, I don't want to say out for blood or anything like that, but they've got a swagger to them now. They know they're 8-2. I think the big key is how they come out of the first week here against Kansas City. That's going to be the key to this whole season coming around here, guys. But let me know what you guys think. Kind of write down there into the comments. I know this was a long video. I didn't mean it to be a long video. You guys know I sit here and jibber jabber and give my thoughts on it here. Probably a little bit more commentary than what you guys kind of want here. But let me know what you guys think down here in the comments. Criticisms, likes, dislikes, things like that. It's only going to make me a better content creator here. Give this a thumbs up if you like this video. Give it a thumbs down if you do not. And also, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you guys get more videos just like this one, all right? Hope the Detroit Lions come out and win the NFC North, but the way I have it kind of going, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. All right, guys, really hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.